Hey everyone, this is Michael again, and welcome to the Friday Night Smackdown review. And doing the Smackdown review after the show. Smackdown ended 10 minutes ago, so you're going to be seeing this review up early. But basically, Smackdown tonight was just a throwaway show. Basically, it was just a tribute to The Undertaker. And if you guys haven't checked out my Dynamite review, I uploaded it earlier today. And it was a enjoyable Dynamite this week. It was the go-home show to Fyter Fest, which is happening this Wednesday. And on July 8th, it's going to be a two-week event on Dynamite. So I'm definitely looking forward to Fyter Fest. But if you guys haven't checked out my Dynamite review, definitely give it a watch. And like I said, SmackDown tonight was just a throwaway show. It was a tribute to The Undertaker. We only had three matches. Well, actually, three matches tonight. And basically, SmackDown opened up with a video package. And the video package was a tribute to The Undertaker. And it included moments from Undertaker's career, from when he debuted at Survivor Series in 1990, and also featured a little clip of him versus Kane in that Inferno match and Unforgiven '98. It also featured the American Badass gimmick that he had where he's coming out on the motorcycle. It also featured a little bit of the classic WrestleMania 25 match between him and Shawn Michaels, which is one of the best matches in WWE history and one of the best WrestleMania matches of all time. And it also featured a little clip of the Last Ride documentary where he talks about his career. That was basically, the video package, but it was a very well done, put together video package of The Undertaker showcasing his career. And, he had a wonderful career in WWE and one of the best characters in all of professional wrestling is The Undertaker. And without a doubt, he will be inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame next year. You could count on that. And I know that WWE is going to basically make him headline the Hall of Fame next year. They're going to headline him, and I'm calling that. Next year's Hall of Fame is going to be highlighted with The Undertaker. But it was a very well done, put together video package. And then we went into the Performance Center. You had the SmackDown roster on the stage. They were chanting, "Thank you, Taker." And we had a graphic of The Undertaker that was put on the screen. Michael Cole and Corey Graves, of course, were on commentary. They end up hyping up Taker's tribute. And they end up saying that we will hear from several top stars, from Roman Reigns, John Cena, Edge, Batista, and a whole lot more. Graves then went on to talk about Taker's 30-year career. And Michael Cole ended up sending us to Undertaker's debut at Survivor Series 1990. Of course, he made his debut there. Came out along with Bruce Pritchard and his Brother Love gimmick. So we had a little clip of that. And then we went to the video package showcasing, WWE superstars praising The Undertaker. And it featured new comments from John Cena and Roman Reigns. So we had that throughout the night. And also, they showcased the Boneyard Match from WrestleMania, where it was the cinematic match between Undertaker and AJ Styles. And rewatching it for a second time, the match was still good and still entertaining as it was the first time when I saw it during night one of WrestleMania. I thought that match was the best way to end the first half, night one of WrestleMania. And it was just, a great match. And I love the whole ending where Undertaker, gets on the motorcycle. He raises his arm in the air. You see the fire go off and the Undertaker's symbol on the barn. And then he rides off. Thought that was very well shot, very well done. And it was the best way for the Undertaker to go out, in my opinion. And the story was good. The story was great between Styles and the Undertaker there. But overall, watching that match for a second time, still as good as it was the first time. We also saw a pre-recorded comment that Christian made, as well as Edge and Bret Hart talking about The Undertaker. Edge ended up saying that Taker caught magic in the bottle for his 30 years in the company. And we also had a video that featured Kane and Ric Flair. They ended up talking about The Undertaker. Ric Flair ended up calling Undertaker the biggest star in the history of the business, which you all have to agree on. The Undertaker is one of the biggest stars in the history of pro wrestling. So right when the Boneyard match ended, we went back to the Performance Center. So we went from the Boneyard match to Baron Corbin, King Corbin. And when I saw that, I was like, oh, God. We have to hear Corbin on the mic. So Corbin was in the ring. He got on the mic. He ended up taking a bunch of shots at The Undertaker. He ended up running them down as the superstars, the NXT superstars, and future talents and the crowd started booing him. And you can see that some of the NXT stars were wearing masks, which is good because WWE, they won't let their talent there wear any masks. Kevin Dunn went on this thing where he was like, "Oh, if you wear a mask there, you're not a fan." All I gotta say is, fuck Kevin Dunn. Fuck Kevin Dunn and his fucking beaver-looking teeth. His Bucky Beaver teeth. Fuck, if you wear a mask, you're not a fan. You're not a true fan. Fuck that. Fuck Kevin Dunn. Guy doesn't even know what he's fucking talking about. I guess he wants everybody to have COVID. Yeah. Such a smart thing to think about, Kevin Dunn. What an idiot. So, Corbin ended up saying that Taker spent 30 years kissing the ass of the McMahons. He ended up saying that there used to be a Kiss My Ass club in WWE. Of course, he's referencing to when Vince McMahon would drop his pants and it would be the Vince McMahon Kiss My Ass club. And yeah, we didn't want to see, back then we didn't want to see that. For fucking Vince McMahon and his bare ass on TV. I always remember that one time where Vince did that, and William Regal was in the ring, and he had to kiss Vince's ass, which he ended up doing. So Corbin ended up saying that the owners protected and coddled The Undertaker for 30 years, and that he's been stealing money from WWE for the past 20 years. He ended up calling Taker a selfish son of a bitch for holding other talent like him down for a long time. He ended up saying that he is tired of hearing legends and superstars paying respects to The Undertaker. And he's sick of hearing them chant, "Thank you, Taker." So Corbin ended up saying that he doesn't thank or respect Undertaker. Corbin ended up telling the crowd not to do the "Thank you, Taker" chant. So they ended up doing it anyway. So then Jeff Hardy ended up coming in. He ended up attacking Corbin. Jeff Hardy then unloaded on Corbin, knocked him out to the floor. And pretty much that was basically that. And that led to a match later on, which was the main event, Jeff Hardy versus Corbin. Yeah, so that was that. But, it was an okay promo that Corbin cut, but still fucking terrible. Why we had to see Corbin in the ring talking shit about The Undertaker. But damn disrespectful. So then we had another video on The Undertaker, and this featured comments from Hall of Famers, Stone Cold Steve Austin, and also Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle was saying that Taker deserves all the notoriety. Then Stone Cold Steve Austin ended up saying that Taker had, hands down, one of the best careers in the history of the business, which is absolutely true. So then we went to Sarah Schreiber. Sarah Schreiber was backstage with Jeff Hardy. Jeff Hardy ended up saying that The Undertaker has been a mentor and a teacher to him. He ended up saying that if it were up to him, his Mount Rushmore, WWE's Mount Rushmore, would have Taker's face on it 4 times. Jeff Hardy ended up saying that everyone in WWE owes gratitude to The Undertaker, especially Corbin. He ended up saying, so since The Undertaker couldn't be here to deliver a message of respect to Corbin, Jeff Hardy ended up saying that he will do it for The Undertaker. Jeff Hardy ended up saying that Corbin can consider this an official challenge. And he ended up saying that he got his diploma from the Deadman University. So that was that. Then we had a fatal 4-way number 1 contenders match. Alexa Bliss versus Nikki Cross versus Dana Brooke versus Lacey Evans. This is determined who will face Bayley for the Smackdown Women's Championship at Extreme Rules, which now WWE is calling Extreme Rules the Horror Show. Yeah, they're calling it the Horror Show because what's going on in WWE and at the Performance Center is a damn horror show with cases of COVID running there. WWE is in a whole damn mess right now because of COVID. So with this match, it was in my opinion. Sasha and Bayley were out there on commentary. So it was back and forth between these women. Nikki Cross got the win. She ended up rolling up Lacey Evans. And that was that. Nikki Cross ended up winning. Nikki Cross is now the #1 contender to face Bayley for the SmackDown Women's Championship at Extreme Rules. So we're going to be seeing that. So, and there was a point in the match where Alexa and Nikki went at it, where Nikki ended up, Alexa ended up rolling up Nikki. And, you know, it was every woman for themselves. You know. Overall, it was just a very meh match. And then we went to Michael Cole showing us another video on The Undertaker, which featured comments from Triple H and Shawn Michaels. So we saw that. And then we went to a 8-man tag. The New Day, Lucha House Party versus Cesaro, Shinsuke Nakamura, The Miz, and John Morrison. And match itself, this is nothing new. We saw this before, except, the Forgotten Sons was included in the match, when the first time that we saw this. But this was just, We had, at one point, Big E end up doing the splash on The Miz, on the ring apron. And at the end of the match, we had the Lucha House Party and the New Day end up winning. Metalik end up dropping Miz, and he went up to the top, end up hitting a elbow drop on the Miz. And we had Lince Dorado, he ended up going to the top, and he took Morrison off the ring apron with a Hurricanrana, which was cool. But Lucha House Party and the New Day end up winning. So that was that. Then we had Sarah Schreiber. She was backstage with Corbin. She ended up asking about Jeff Hardy's comments earlier. Corbin ended up knocking Jeff Hardy for going to rehab and going to jail in the past. And she ended up saying that, and he ended up saying that Jeff Hardy should hang it up, like The Undertaker. So Corbin ended up saying that after tonight, Jeff Hardy will finally be able to rest in peace. So Corbin ended up walking off and laughing. And then Braun Strowman came out. Braun Strowman came out to the ring, and Strowman ended up taking the mic, and he wanted to tell us when he first met Bray Wyatt. Strowman ended up saying he first felt fear for the first time in his life. He ended up saying that the type of fear that makes a grown man tremble. Strowman ended up saying that he recalls sitting on the edge of the swamp one night when a snake came up to Bray Wyatt's lantern. He ended up saying that Bray Wyatt ended up stopping Braun Strowman from stomping on the snake. And he ended up saying that the snake was his friend. Strowman ended up saying that he was confused as he watched Bray Wyatt get face to face with the snake. He said the snake bit Bray Wyatt, and Wyatt just laughed. He ended up saying that Wyatt laughed as the snake repeatedly bit him. So Strowman ended up saying that he knew then that he was in the presence of evil. He ended up saying that Bray Wyatt didn't get poisoned, he didn't bleed, and he didn't flinch when the snake bit him in the face. He ended up saying that all Bray Wyatt did was laugh. Strowman ended up saying that he knew then that Bray Wyatt was the devil himself, and that Bray Wyatt was the serpent. Strowman ended up saying that he was overcome with emotion, and that he couldn't help it, and that he started doing the devil's work. He ended up saying that he loved every second of it, which was the bad part about it. So then we saw the screen end up flashing back to scenes from the swamp. Braun Strowman ended up saying that parts of him still love it. He ended up saying that he's done everything in his power to lock that side of him away. He ended up saying that he can't go on living like this. Strowman then ended up asking Bray Wyatt if he wants to go back to the swamp, to the eerie, miserable hell Bray Wyatt ended up calling home. Strowman ended up saying that this only ends in two ways. One is that he comes out of this the most evil son of a bitch Earth has ever seen, or he comes out with the satisfaction that he destroyed the devil. Strowman ended up saying that he will drag Bray Wyatt in the swamp and let the alligators finish him. So Strowman ended up asking Bray Wyatt if he wants to go to his home, his place of creation. Strowman ended up saying that he is ready to turn it into the place of his destruction. So we saw the screen flash back to the swamp, and then we hear Bray Wyatt's laughter over the Performance Center. And Braun Strowman ended up laughing along with Bray Wyatt's laugh that was echoing through the Performance Center. So that was that. But all this, was for Braun Strowman to get his hands on Bray Wyatt. It started with Mr. Rogers, Bray Wyatt at Money in the Bank, and then now it's going to be, Buzzards Bray Wyatt, old school Bray Wyatt that Braun Strowman is going to be facing at Extreme Rules. And I'm like, this is WWE just trying to bury even more this version of Bray Wyatt. WWE doesn't even care about that version of Bray Wyatt, which was the Buzzard Bray Wyatt. All this is a bridge for Braun Strowman to get to the Fiend, which is going to be happening at SummerSlam. So that's what this is. WWE has set up a bridge where at Money in the Bank, Braun Strowman ended up taking on Mr. Rogers, Bray Wyatt, and now he's going to be facing Buzzards Bray Wyatt, and then at SummerSlam, he'll be facing The Fiend. And from possibly the likes of it at SummerSlam, The Fiend's going to be taking back the Universal Championship. So that's what this all is. It is a bridge for Braun Strowman to get to The Fiend. So that's how the way that WWE is doing it. And then we had another video on The Undertaker, which featured comments from Batista and Mick Foley. Two greats. So they end up saying a few words about The Undertaker. And then we had the main event, Corbin versus Jeff Hardy. So as the bell rang, Corbin ended up dropping Jeff Hardy with a shoulder. Jeff Hardy went for the cover on Corbin. Corbin ended up kicking out at 2. There was a point where Smackdown came back from the commercial, and the Smackdown superstars were surrounding the ring to show respect for The Undertaker and also Jeff Hardy, avenging him against Corbin's comments that he made earlier. So we saw Matt Riddle, Braun Strowman, Jey Uso, The New Day, Alexa Bliss, Lacey Evans, Gulak. They were surrounding the ring. I thought that was pretty cool. There was chants of Corbin sucks. And at the end of the match, you had Jeff Hardy end up delivering a Swanton Bomb to Corbin. Jeff Hardy went for the cover. There you go. Jeff Hardy ended up winning the match. But the match itself, it was a pretty decent match for what it was. But at least you had the SmackDown superstars surround the ring and the NXT superstars and future development talent in the crowd making some noise. But post-match, you had Corbin ends up getting up He ends up dropping Jeff Hardy to stop, the celebration. Kofi ended up running in. Corbin ended up dropping Kofi. Big E ended up coming in. He ended up delivering the big ending to Corbin. They ended up calling for Braun Strowman to get into the ring, which Braun Strowman ended up getting in. He was waiting for Corbin to get up. Strowman then ended up scooping up Corbin and delivered a power slam. And Jeff Hardy then invited Matt Riddle into the ring. Then we had a bro chant start up. So, bro Matt Riddle got in the ring. He went to the top. And he ended up hitting a big floating bro on Corbin. So Matt Riddle ended up celebrating with Jeff Hardy, Braun Strowman, and the New Day. And then we had Jeff Hardy's music end up getting back on. Hardy ended up dropping to one knee in the middle of the ring. And we saw a photo of The Undertaker appear on the screen. Jeff Hardy then raised his hand to the photo of The Undertaker. And there was the chants of "Thank you, Taker" starting back up as SmackDown went off the air. So that was SmackDown. Overall, it was a throwaway show. It was just a Undertaker tribute show. Aside from, along with 3 matches that happened. That was that. Anyways, that's it for the SmackDown review tonight. Thank you all for watching. Hope you all enjoyed this review. If you want to call it a review, definitely give the video a thumbs up, comment, subscribe. Be sure to check out my Dynamite review that I uploaded earlier if you guys haven't seen it. And until the next video, I'll see you all later.